Okay, welcome everybody once again to R&B Wealth Strategy Network. Okay, we are a financing company, credit repair, and investment company. You can find different financing options with us as long as they fall under either investment loans, business loans, personal loans, and for those that have a goal, we will help them to restore their credit so they can get financing later on. There is a lot of components to what we do, several different ways that agents are able to get paid with our company, and your clients will be able to find multiple different financing options with us, and they get to find those because of you. So we are in a great space. The space that we operate out of is the alternative lending space. It is called that because we are not the banks. We are in the online alternative lending space to the banks. So basically, one of our slogans is, when the banks say no, we say yes. Because the majority of people, when they're looking for financing, where do they go? To the banks. Okay. And the sad part is that a lot of people just cannot get financed through the banks. But with lesser requirements and a strategy that we have in place, and also coaching our clients, we are able to help them achieve the financing goals that they are looking for. So you will be learning about that tonight. You will be learning about the different ways that you are able to get paid with R&B Wealth Strategy, and there are a lot of things that are coming in the future, and as we move forward, we will grow, adding new trainings, new education, and of course actually living up to our name, which is not only just a wealth strategy to get you financed, but also a wealth strategy for our agents and our clients' portfolios to be extended and to have multiple streams of income. So without further ado, first, before we even get into the financing options that we have available and the multiple different ways that you are able to get paid with us, we might as well break the ice so you can find out exactly who you're working with. One of the great things about what we do is we try to be as transparent as possible. You get to find out about our backgrounds, what exactly, makes us feel like we are capable of running a financing company. And not only a financing company, but to say that we have a strategy that works. Okay? First, that's me. That's Richard Young. Not only the CEO of R&B Wealth Strategy, but your host tonight. I have a background in business credit, credit repair, credit funding, management, and sales. Okay, so when it comes to the credit portion of the business, that is basically my field. I'm also able to help out our COO, which we'll be speaking about that in a minute, when it comes to the business financing, and she's actually showing me great things about the investment portion, and we are definitely going to take this business to a whole nother level because of that. That's our COO, Bridget Linderborg. Okay, she has a background in real estate, mortgage lending, insurance, and credit repair, and that is really just to say the least. Okay, there is a lot of information and knowledge that we are able to pass on to our agents and our clients because of her extensive background in the finance industry. And when I mean the finance industry, I am basically talking about all of the finance industry. Real estate is in the finance industry. Mortgage lending is in the finance industry. Insurance, credit repair. I mean, there's a lot of other things that if she was online right now, she would be able to describe to you the things that she has done over the course of her years in business. Okay, this is a woman that has been in the real estate market several different times. She has flipped properties that are in the multiple millions. Okay, so when she speaks and she talks about investing, okay, she's definitely someone that you want to listen to. So what we have done is we have combined our knowledge. Okay, we both, between the two of us, have 30 years of experience in the finance industry. Okay, mine's is more of the credit background, and hers is more in basically, you know, the real estate and in the financing background. Okay, so you have a lot of knowledge underneath one roof, underneath one company. And the reason why we decided to do that is because eventually we want to be able to get to the point to where we are everyone's thought on their mind when they have any type of desire for financing, a goal for a business, to expand a business, to flip properties, to make additional income. I mean, it's just grand what we really have in store for our agents, for our clients, and for this company. Okay, so we combined our information and our services underneath one roof, R&B Wealth Strategy Network. Okay, we incorporated just a little over a year ago. Okay, so basically this company is just a little bit over a year old. Okay, but that has nothing to do with the information that we are bringing to the table. We have other businesses that we run on the side, but right now this is the main focus, and we have taken a lot of those components from those other businesses and brought them underneath one roof so we can operate underneath the same space and bring a better quality of service to our clients. Our mission is basically the same even when we were working in our other companies, is to provide a high quality of service. But now that everything is financing underneath this roof, it is to give not only the best quality of service, the best interest rates if possible, even though we operate out of the alternative lending space where the interest is typically high, because most people, if you can't qualify for the banks, of course the interest rates go up, but we are able to get you qualified. So we search for even the lowest interest rates when it comes to that. We look for the best lenders to be able to give you the most financing. I mean, there is a lot that we do behind the scenes that most people will never even know to be able to get a person the financing that they need for their company. Okay, so we do our job, we do it well, and we definitely have a lot of happy customers at the end of the day when they receive funding in their bank accounts. It depends on when we get started. If we get started today on getting you financing, it could take, maybe 24 to 36 hours for you to get the money into your bank account. Okay, that is a very fast turnaround. We actually blow people away with the turnaround that we are able to produce to get a person financed. Okay, but we live up to our name, and we definitely want to become I shouldn't say like a household name, but at least we want our name to be floating in the circles of businesses and networks. When they think about financing, we want them to think about R&B. Our slogan: when the banks say no, we say yes. Why do we say that? Well, there's a few different reasons why we say it. For one, the combined experience that we have together to be able to not only strategize for you to be able to get the financing that you are looking for, okay, but to be able to have multiple lenders that we can pull financing from to get you not only the best deals, but multiple loans. Okay, so we're not just like a banking institution that you go to and you're trying to get financing from that one bank, and if you don't qualify through their terms and their conditions, then it's just a denial. Okay, that's not the course of action with us. It is, okay, we look at your information, we do our own underwriting approval process, and we find out which lenders your application is best fit for, and those are the lenders that we go after to get you the best deals. Okay, it would not help you or or help you to meet your goals if we are shopping an application that can't qualify for our top lenders, okay, and we're shopping you to these lenders and all you're getting is denials. Okay, well, where does the strategy come in? What are you doing? Okay, that's not what we're about. Okay, so sometimes when clients even ask us for certain interest rates, so on and so forth, and we have to let them know up front, you're not going to qualify for that. That would happen to be some of our top lenders, but you are more towards the middle of our lenders. You know, we have lenders and we range them from A to D, okay, A, B, C, D, A being the best, B and C being in the middle, and D being the worst. Okay, so you will fall into one of these categories, and we have to shop your application accordingly. Also, when it boils down to it, we have a lot of different lenders when it comes to personal and business. Okay, so it's once again, it's not like just going to a bank, and if you don't qualify for their terms and their conditions, then it's just a denial. Okay, so we have a lot of different lenders that we have access to. Another thing is that we basically do everything off of a soft pool. All right, and if you don't know what a soft pool is, basically what we mean by that is you have a hard inquiry and a soft inquiry. All right, the banks automatically done. It's going to be a hard inquiry whether you qualify or not, okay, and that will drop your credit score. Okay, with us, we do a soft pull, get you pre-qualified. If you pre-qualify, great, let's move on to the next phase, and let's get ready to move to funding. And then in the final underwriting process, then we do a hard inquiry before the money gets ready to hit your bank account. Okay, if you don't get approved, all right, fine, no harm, no foul. We didn't hurt your credit score. Your credit score didn't drop. You actually get to learn some new important information about what's going on with your situation. And then if you are actually serious about getting financed, then we can actually take you through our credit repair process so you can get the financing that you're looking for at a later date. All right. We deal directly with the underwriters at these lending institutions. So basically, we have the inside track. All right. Not only do we do our own in-house underwriting, but we are actually speaking to the underwriters at our lending institutions, okay, to find, okay, what exactly do our clients need? Okay, now what if they had this? Okay, now we're thinking about structuring it this way. Would that be suitable for your company? You know, so we have the information that most people just don't have. Okay, so when people are wondering, why do I need a broker to be able to get the financing that I'm looking for when I can go there directly myself? Okay, the answer is typically simple. Okay, anybody can do anything that they want to. You can represent yourself in court. You can repair your own credit, all right, so on and so forth. But there happens just to be a reason why there are people that are professionals in these industries, okay? You don't have a person that has a law degree that went to school for 4 or 6 years or even 8 years sometimes, depends upon what type of lawyer it is, and they become a judge. They did not go to school all this time for nothing. There happens to be some type of legalities behind it, a mode of a way of doing things, a strategy, techniques, resources that you don't know about, so on and so forth. Okay, so one of the things that I tell people, the reason what makes us so valuable is our knowledge, and we are able to get you financing a lot quicker than you ever could by yourself. These are just some of the financing options that we actually provide. Personal and business loans. We spoke a little bit about that on the other slide. We have a few hundred different lenders between the two of them, business and personal. We actually have a whole lot more, but as time goes on and we narrow down our focus, we kind of stick to the lenders that are more favorable for what we're doing and we have a better relationship with. There are different requirements when it comes down to each one, okay, as you go through the process. If your goal is to become an agent, you will learn about that. And if you are a client and you're on here just to find out additional information about what we do, you can get back to your agent and you can find out the different requirements that it takes to be able to secure the financing for personal or business. We do investors loans, okay? We have options for professional flippers, and we have options for even first-time flippers, okay? Of course, the professional flippers, they get the best deals, they get more money, they have to put less down, and those that are first-time flippers, they get less money up front, and they have to put more down. But the one thing that we always coach people on is that once you start to build that relationship, you want to keep that relationship going, okay? Once a person has your file and they have your name and they've extended you some money the first time and you paid it back, okay, stick with that person, because they're going to give you more favorable terms the next time. They're going to give you less interest rate next time. You're going to have some leeway and some pull as you move along with that person, with that lender, with that broker in the funding process. Okay, so we have multiple options when it comes to the investors loans, and that's something else you can get back to your agent about to learn more about, or you can always contact our executive office. Consumer financing is still something that we have on our platform. The industry is changing a little bit when it comes to that, but for business owners that are looking to be able to close more sales, okay, this is a great option for them. You can receive up to $5,000 in financing for your client to be able to purchase your products or services, and that client has to pay us back. The merchant receives 100% of their sale, and the burden is left upon us to be able to collect that loan that we lent to your client to be able to buy from you. And that is on a no credit check. It is typically based off of a person's responsibility with their bank account, and there are a few other requirements when it boils down to it, but it is not based on credit, which is a great option for a lot of people. We also have debt consolidation on our platform. We understand that there are a lot of people out there right now. They are going through a lot of ups and downs. I mean, that's just typically, you know, what goes on around the world, period. Okay, but there are people that have started businesses and those businesses have failed, or they've received too much credit and now they can't pay back the lines of credit that they've used. You know, people get a little bit over their head, and that's fine. That's understandable. It definitely happens, and we are able to help those individuals to be able to at the very least slash that debt in half. Okay, so if a person owes about $100,000, we're able to help that person, okay, slash that $100,000 at least in half, and put you on a payment plan for up to 24 months to be able to start paying back the remainder of that cash. So basically what we did was we cut your debt in half, and we cut your interest in half, and then we're going to put you on a payment plan to pay back the rest of that, so you can get back on your feet. You can get back to having a better credit score, to where you will be able to start receiving financing later on in the future. Last but not least is our credit restoration and credit building program, and we save this program for our clients that want to receive funding later on in the future. Okay, we do fix credit. If we wanted to, we could operate as a credit repair company, but that is not our goal. Our goal is wealth accumulation, a wealth strategy, generational wealth, having an action plan when it comes to being able to produce income for you and your family. Okay, and if your credit restoration it does not have an end goal in mind of that with our company, then we do not do credit repair for those individuals. It is strictly for our clients that want to receive financing from us later on down the line. And you can get back to your agent for additional information on that. Now, the application process is typically simple, okay? You can go through the website. It is secure. The only people that ever see your information is underwriting. You fill out an application online, you press submit. It comes directly into our database, and we are able to immediately start working on your file. Any additional information that is needed, we will send out a DocuSign. Okay, DocuSign is a great solution. It is a very great solution when it comes to receiving private documents or receiving very personal information, and you don't want it to go through anywhere that is not secure. It is definitely secure on DocuSign. Okay, there is no manual applications that we have. Everything is online, so you don't have to worry about a third party having access to your personal information, because that is a scary thought. We understand that. We make sure that we took precautions to be able to get around that. Okay, one thing that we definitely do is we make sure that we keep our errors and omissions high. We stay away from basically like all the things that could definitely put us in a position to where we are jeopardizing our clients, jeopardizing our agents, or even worse, putting our name out there as not being a reputable company that actually has security when it boils down to a person's personal information. Now that you have heard about all the different financing options that we have, the people that we are definitely looking for when it comes to providing financing, or the different strategies that we can use to be able to get a person financing. What about you, the agent? Okay, how do you get paid? Whether you are a network marketer and you want to utilize this, whether you have your own business and you want to provide financing to your clients, or you actually came on here as a client just looking for more information about the business so you can get financed later on, and now you're intrigued and you actually want to know how can you utilize this for yourself. Great. Well, let's find out. One of the ways that we actually are able to make sure that our agents are paid and compensated is through our personal loans. Not everybody is looking to be able to promote personal loans, but for those that are, is here. Okay, we provide 2% of the funding amount to you, the agent, once we close on funding for your client. So, for instance, if one of your clients received a $20,000 loan, 2% of that is $400. Okay, so you can see how that can start to add up if you did multiple loans a week or a month, or depending upon the credit score and the income of your client, they receive even larger loans than that. Okay, the person that could really do good with the personal loans is a person that actually has access to clients that have great income, and they are at least in the 600 credit scores, and we are able to help them out tremendously. Another way that you will be able to receive commission is through our business financing. Okay, with that, we give a little bit more leeway, because actually the business lending space is more of our go-to, and we have a lot of pull when it comes to that. So we are able to pass down a lot of more of the commission to our agents. So we give you that option to charge anywhere between 1% and 5%, but typically we always say between 2% and 5%, because 1% always stays in-house as a processing fee. Okay, so as you can see, as it ranges for 2 to 3%, if someone received a $75,000 business loan, which is not uncommon, the businesses always receive more money. That's one of the reasons why business financing is more of our go-to, because the commissions are a lot larger and we are able to lend out a lot more money. Okay, so if one of your clients received a $75,000 loan and you decided to charge 3%, okay, that's a little over $2,000 just off of one deal. All right, so if you are a marketer, if you are a networker, if you just so happen to have a great contact list and you know who to get in contact with, okay, if you did business funding and those are the size loans that you are able to do, then kudos to you, because the commissions will be very large to you. Okay. With the business financing, something else I kind of wanted to point out, okay, and you'll be able to receive this type of information if you became an agent, but a little inside information when it boils down to it is a lot of these businesses are able to get financed for around what they can handle, okay. So if you know a lot of business owners that are only doing about $10,000 a month, okay, they're typically not going to really receive too much because 10,000 is our cutoff, okay. So they will probably receive around half of that, okay. But the more the company is doing, of course, the more they get. All right, so all you have to do is make those connections with the companies that are doing very well, and there are many of them out there, and they have no clue of where to get that additional capital to be able to expand their business, save their business, or do additional marketing, so on and so forth, because the goal is to always to keep growing in your business. If you're not always growing in your business, you're eventually starting to fall behind, and they know this. Investors loans. When it boils down to it, investors loans is a 50-50 split for agents that are actively pushing investors loans. Okay, so whatever points that we are able to put on top of the financing that we are able to secure for your client, we split that right down the middle with you. Okay, so those of you that are investors, real estate agents, or looking to be investors, or you just so happen to know a lot of investors but they want additional financing options for their projects, you have the resources now to be able to offer that financing to them. Another way that you are able to get paid with us, and this does not mean that everyone has to be into building a team, but me personally, I always suggest that a person does build a team because that just gives you access to other people, their resources, their circles. You can collaborate and you can come up with plans to help one another out to be able to start making some serious cash in this business. But along the way, as you go and you are building your team, what we do is we make sure that we compensate you for it. Okay, so this is just a graph, just an example of the type of financing, not financing, but the commissions that we offer each time that you bring in a new agent. Okay, so in the very beginning, if you bring in one agent, okay, great. That agent is now up under you. You now have a team member that you can collaborate in the business, so you can start making, more sales. Hopefully, if you move as a team. Okay, so when you bring in that one agent, we pay you $75. All right. Okay, great. What happens when you bring in another agent? That's another $75. Okay, and we do that on down to the fifth agent that you bring in. Okay, but as you go along and you seriously start to really want to build a large team, okay, once you get to your sixth agent, then we start providing a little more money to you. Okay, this is a person that is really trying to build a large team. They understand the vision and they really want to be able to take this business to the next level. Okay, so we provide $90 to you. Okay, on down to your 10th agent. Same thing when you get to your third leg. Okay, we start giving you $110 on the 11th person that you bring in on down to 15. You can see it starts to progress. Once you bring in your 16th agent, that's $125 to your 20th agent, and then once you hit your 21st agent, we start paying you $150 from then on. Okay, so you can bring in 100 agents and we will continue to pay you $150, $150, $150. Okay, so if you are a networker or a marketer, if you just so happen to know a lot of people that will actually see the value with what they can do with this system, okay, you will be paid for bringing those people into the company. So now you get paid for bringing them into the company. You will receive volume bonuses, which is something that is more of an in-house thing, and you can learn more about if you decided to become an agent. But one thing that we do is we try to compensate you as much as possible. All right, so you get paid for bringing people in. Once your people start moving, you're getting bonuses because of what they're doing, and you're also able to help one another out and do presentations together, collaborate with one another. I don't care if you're in the field, okay, you can move as a team in the field. If you're online, okay, you can move as a team online, because you can actually help each other online to be able to start producing new leads, new sales, closing new clients for new financing, and even recruiting new agents, all online. I understand that not everybody is a great network marketer in the social media space. I suggest that you would learn a little bit, because it wouldn't hurt, you know. But for those that are, you can actually see how fast you can grow in this business. Another way that we make sure that you guys are paid, okay, you saw that you can bring in agents, but what happens when your agents bring in agents? We got that covered too. Okay, so for just an example, go back to the very beginning. Let's say it's your first agent. Your first agent, we pay you $75. All right. So what happens when that agent brings in someone? Okay, well, for the results of the agent that you brought in, we are going to pay you $35. Okay, just because if you didn't bring that agent, okay, then they wouldn't have been able to bring someone else into the company. So as a direct result of you, okay, now there are two. Okay, so we make sure that we compensate you for the efforts of your agents, and we do that as your leg starts to build up and those agents start to bring in other agents. Okay, I mean, it gets down to the point to where we would even give you $10 and then $5 and then $2, and then you have no clue of what these people so far down the line are even doing, but you're receiving checks because of it. All right, and we keep that up as we move along. When you, like, once again, you build your second leg, okay, and we start paying you $90 once you bring in your sixth person. Okay, it's typically the same thing, and it goes down the line. Once that agent that you brought in, you get paid for them $90. Once that person brings in someone, that's $35 to you. Once that person brings in another person, that's $10 to you. All right, and you just start to basically almost receive residuals. It's not really residuals, but at the same time, if you're building up a great team and they're moving and you're motivating your team to move, we're going to motivate them to move, but you also need to motivate them yourself. Okay, as they move on down the line and they're recruiting people, you're starting to receive checks that you had no clue that were even coming. Okay, so that's really great, and it goes all the way up the line until you start receiving $150 per agent that you bring in, and then it still goes the same way no matter what. Every leg that you build is gonna go your main portion that you get, whether it's $75 or $150. Okay, you're gonna get that off top, and then as those team members start to move, you'll get 35, 10, 5, and 2. Another way that you get paid, all right, this way, all right. So we are actually on 6 and 7, okay, because there are 7 ways to get paid with this company if you have actually been keeping track. Bam. There are 7 ways that you need to be able to have streams of income to be able to have a stable portfolio. We make sure that you can get paid 7 ways with us as well. Once it boils down to our credit restoration program, for those, once again, that are looking for financing later on down the line with our company, okay, we get them into the credit repair program, we pay you $75. Just as an example, we put it up there for those that are actually, following up with their clients when they come in. They might get denied, and then they follow up with them to offer the credit repair. If you're doing 5 of those a week, that's $375 just by following up with that client that got a denial and offering them credit repair so they can get financed later on. All right, if you can't do that a week, all right, you can do it on a monthly basis, because you are definitely going to be bringing in people for financing, and not everyone's going to get financed. Okay, we want to be able to finance everyone, but we can't. And for those that can't get financed, well, that's fine. We don't just say goodbye. We bring them in even deeper. Let's build your credit up and get you financed later on. So now they actually love us even more because we just didn't turn our backs on them. But while they are actually in the program, what we do is we provide a $30 residual to you for your client. For every month that they are in the program going through credit repair, we're paying you $30 a month. Okay. Not only do we want to be able to provide that residual to you, but at the same time, it's more of an incentive for you to be able to do that follow-up, every other week or once a month with your client. Okay, they will be receiving follow-ups from us about their credit situation, and then they also get to hear from you, their agent, the person that brought them in. You're actually their first point of contact, so they would love to hear from you. You are their dedicated agent through the credit repair process and through the funding process. So you're receiving $30 a month for each client that you have in the credit restoration program until they're actually ready to move out of the program and into our funding platform so they can get the financing that they were looking for. That program is $275 to start, and $99 per month. Okay, so these clients, they have to be serious, they have to be dedicated. All right, we are not the cheapest, but we are definitely not the most expensive. For our agents that are looking for credit repair, we want to be able to help you out. We are not trying to charge you the exact same thing as our clients because you are an agent, and we want to be a living testimony. We want you to utilize our credit repair services so you can see exactly how it works. If your credit is shot and it's not that good, then maybe you need to try it out. For $35 a month, it's not that bad. We need just enough to be able to pay our processors, and you get the same level of service that your clients would get. So if you're in need of credit repair yourself, I suggest that you take advantage of it, okay, and put yourself in a position so you can be able to receive financing if you need it later on down the line, but also to be a testimony to your clients of how the credit repair process worked and how it actually improved your life. One thing that we definitely promote is that in this company, there is no license that is required. You do not need a license to be able to offer financing through R&B Wealth Strategy. We take care of anything that is legal or anything that needs to have a license behind it. You are protected because you are in the company. But once again, that is one of the reasons why we definitely shield you guys from a lot of your clients' personal information, because we do not want you to be held liable. All right, you have no direct contact with their personal information. You are basically just bringing people into the business and providing them with the knowledge that they need before they come so they know what to expect. And we take care of everything else on the back end for you. You don't need any experience to be able to offer this to your clients or to be able to explain this to other business owners that want to be able to utilize this so they can make money. Okay, everything is on an electronic application, so you don't have to worry about luggage, carrying around a whole bunch of documentation everywhere, going by to pick up something from anyone. Okay, everything is online. Typically, all you have to do is provide a link. They fill out the application, and bam, you're done. You do your job as an agent, which is typically following up and providing the information to your clients from the trainings that we provide to you, and we take care of the rest. We give excellent customer service, and typically that boils down to us coaching your clients and basically giving them information that they would have never received anywhere else. We actually even help with the follow-up, but we more than likely leave that typically up to the agents, because that is still your client. But when they're talking to us, it is like a relief, because we let them know, okay, we are the broker. We are going to hold your hand through this process and show you exactly what you need to do, and all you need to do is follow instructions, and you will get funded. And if you don't get funded, we will help your credit out so you can get funded later on. Okay, but when it boils down to it, for a person to be able to qualify, all right, and this is for agents to be able to qualify to be in this company, okay, you have to be dedicated. All right. All we're looking is for a person that's dedicated, willing to learn, and we will equip you with the information that you need to be able to be successful in this business. This slide is just a quick this is just a quick screenshot of one day when a lot of our agents, not even a lot, this is just a few shots of commission day. Okay, so it's just one quick screenshot to be able to show you. This is in our private chat where we're informing everyone, hey, commissions are on the way, check your bank account. Okay, commission sent, commission sent, commission sent. I mean, that can be your name up there inside with a lot of those other names, or it can be your name, okay, behind a whole bunch of commissions that are being sent to you. All right, so it is definitely possible to get paid with this company. You will see some of the action in the private chat. Okay, you will be able to follow up, see when your commissions are being sent to you, get information about your client, ask information if you are like in a quick spot or something, and you kind of need to know something real quick because you're trying to explain the business or a certain portion of financing to someone. You can always ask in the chat. We have some great team members. Okay, if we haven't answered you, some of them even will. Okay, it is a great environment and you will be able to learn a lot. This is just a slide with some of the agents that we have in the business, okay, some of the promotions that they have out there. If you are looking to be able to offer this to your clients or become a part of the business, this is just some creative ways that they are actually promoting, okay? There is no one-size-fits-all. You actually need to find your niche, but it doesn't hurt to be able to start where everyone else is and see exactly how it works for you. Okay, some people are more on social media, some people are more out in the world and they'd rather grind it out on the pavement. Okay, whichever works for you. Okay, and if you advertise, if you promote, okay, you can see some of the ideas that are up here, and there are actually a whole lot more, and there's a lot of people, some of the ladies in the chat have been stepping up and helping out with that, with providing some advertising and marketing materials. I definitely appreciate them. They are real, leaders. They are real team members. They're real go-getters, and I definitely can't wait for a lot of the things that we have coming to be able to start handing down to them, because they are definitely deserving. Okay. You heard about the financing options that we have to offer. You know that there's several different ways that you can make money with this company, but at the same time, this isn't for everyone. So who are we looking for exactly? All right, we need highly motivated agents. Okay, you see that it says sales agents, but up there at the same time, you do not have to have a background in sales. Okay, you just have to be motivated. You just have to be able to want to work this business, because it is work. It is a business. It's not no push button business and then you sit back, kick your legs up, and you wait for the money to roll in. I haven't found a business like that. Even the businesses that say it's a push button business, kick back, put your feet up, and wait for the money to roll in, the money doesn't roll in. Push the button all you want, okay? The button isn't broke. It means you just got to get up and you got to do a little bit more than push that button. So we're looking for some highly motivated agents that want to take this business to the next level, and entrepreneurs that want to add something to their current portfolio. The reason why we say add to your current portfolio is because we like dealing with people that are already entrepreneurs or business owners, and they understand that having multiple streams of income is something that is needed to be successful. Okay, so we want people that are already active in business, because not only does that give you access to a clientele base, you already know what to expect. You already know that nobody's going to hold your hand through this process. You got to get up, get out, make it happen. You got to be on the trainings, and you got to watch the videos, read your agent handbook, and become well versed in this industry so you can provide a quality service to your clients. Okay. We're looking for business-minded individuals. all right, that want a career change, or just a different opportunity. We understand that not everybody is going to be an entrepreneur, but if you happen to work a job, all right, and we need you to at least be looking for something different. You want to add additional stream of income to your household. You want a new career, or you want to actually turn this into a business. Okay, one or the other. All right, there has to be some type of motivation there for you to actually see the long-term vision with this company, because everybody that comes in, everybody's geeked up, they're excited. Oh, we're gonna make so much money, the commissions are so high, oh my God, let's go R&B. I mean, it's great. I love it. It's excellent. Great enthusiasm. But let's see about 30 days where that enthusiasm is at, because you thought you were just going to come in and make $1 million in 1 week, and you haven't made a penny yet. All right. So we need people that are actually motivated to want to do something different with themselves, so they can stick it out through the process, so they can actually see some return to their investment that they actually make in the company, which is your time, coming to the training, so on and so forth. Okay. Overall, we need people that are coachable. Okay. We need people that are coachable. If you aren't coachable, then everything that we say, all the trainings, everything that you learn is just going to go in one ear and out the other. People that think that they know it all are the hardest people to actually deal with. So you have to be coachable, all right? You have to have a hunger mentality. You got to be able to be one of them people that would rather be up 23 hours, and the only reason you're sleeping for that 1 hour is because you know that you have to get at least 1 hour of sleep so your body doesn't shut down the next day. Okay, so we want people that are go-getters, and they want to be active in this business and actually come in and shut it down and make some serious cash. Also, it actually helps too if you're savvy with social media. All right, the more understanding you have about social media and how to be able to network online, and to be able to come across as a person that is a professional in your field, so people want to do business with you, it's even better, because there is nowhere where you're going to go and there are millions and billions of people for you to have access to, okay, except for social media. All right, when you walk out your door in the morning, okay, you're in your neighborhood, which is a few thousand, and then when you drive into the city into work, okay, you're around a few 100,000. But online, you actually have access to millions and billions of people. So how are you going to access that those people? How are you going to get as many people as you can to get eyes on you for what you do? So the more that you have an understanding about social media, the more knowledge that you even gain about social media, because I'm even learning more about it every day. I actually do classes and trainings on it, so I know how to maneuver better on it, okay? And I think that you should too, because it will pay off in the end when you have 30, 40, 50,000 people that are following you, and they are doing whatever you tell them to do, and you are making them money, and you are showing them new ways to make money, and you're educating them, and then they're bringing their people, and your followers just keep growing and growing. And you're not going to do that by walking up to someone's door and knocking on their door and say, hey, I provide financing. Would you like to learn more? Okay, it doesn't even work like that. I feel sorry for the door-to-door salesman on it. That had to be a hard grind back in the day. So be a little savvy in social media if possible. Just to recap real quick, okay, the commissions that you are able to receive, so we can all stay on track, okay, it is basically 2% of the personal funding amount, or you can say 80-20, okay. Some people like to hear it that way, but it's typically the same way. We do, you can charge from 1 to 5% for business funding, but 1% of that always stays in-house. So if you charge 5%, then you would get 4. We do 50-50. commission split when it boils down to investors loans. We do a 50-50 split of the commission on debt consolidation. You are actually able to get paid from $75 to $150 for a personal referral for a new agent, and we pay you for your downline as well, and then also $75 per person that you bring in to the business that wants to do credit repair so they can receive financing later on down the line, and we give you a $30 residual every month for that. Okay, and then the monthly volume bonuses, like I said, once again, that's something that you can learn more about once you become an agent. The volume bonuses are great for people that are actually moving and they want to be able to bring in people to get finance. Once those volume bonuses start to kick in, you will be loving it. All right. This is it. We would like new agents to already have some experience, some financial background, okay, but it is not mandatory. Okay, let me repeat. We would like to have agents that have sales experience or a financial background, but it is not mandatory. All right, we will equip you. You can learn, and it all boils down to one thing. What is your level of dedication? Okay, if you are looking for a salary, a 9-to-5, a job, a boss, someone to, call you and ask you, what are you doing? How come I haven't seen you grinding? How come I haven't seen you in the chat? This isn't it. This isn't it. We're looking for professionals. We're looking for entrepreneurs. We're looking for businessmen and women that already know how to conduct themselves. All right. We are looking for people that want to take this business to the next level. If you are the type of person that needs somebody standing over your back and breathing down your neck, then this is not for you. Okay. For those that is, let's move on. We showed you in the very beginning, well, not the very beginning, but basically in the middle of the presentation that there were 7 ways to get paid. Well, actually, there's 8. Okay, so if you were paying attention, you get paid a commission off the personal loans. You get paid a commission off the business financing. You get paid a commission off the investors loans. You get paid a commission or basically a referral fee when you bring in a new agent. You get paid again when that agent starts to bring in people. For credit restoration, you receive your fee and then you get your monthly residual. For debt consolidation, you also receive a monthly residual. You get your team funding volume bonus. Okay? So if you added it all up, you are getting paid 8 ways: personal, business, investor, direct agents, your direct agents bringing in agents, the credit restoration, and the monthly residual, okay, the debt consolidation, all right, and your team funding volume bonus, all right. So there are several different ways to be able to get paid. Okay, as we move along, we're definitely making new ways for people to get paid, but we're not going to overwhelm everyone. We are locking everybody in with the financing, and we will move into further options in the near future that will actually be able to help you to, 1, learn how to market, 2, start making money in an industry that is needed industry. Okay, everybody needs this. There is always a sale, there is always a buy, there is always a need. Okay, we will show you how to make money there, and through that you will be able to begin building up a network of businessmen and women that are serious about what they do. You can help them out and get paid, and then they will also be looking for financing in the midst of it, so you will get paid through that still. All right, so we have some great things coming up in the future, and we are always expanding and always coming up with new ways to make our agents more capable and get closer to making that first million. All right, so everything is great that you saw with the financing options, the different ways that you are able to get paid, but there is also a charge. All right, we charge $275 one time to get started and $49.95 a month to be able to maintain the website that we provide to you in your back office. Okay, so it is actually a steal, and honestly, I think it actually should be more, because the level of knowledge that you receive from us, okay, you would have to go to school for several years taking out student loans, okay, and you would end up like everybody else with $30,000 and $40,000 in student loans, and you can't pay it back, and you have a college education. You definitely have that. So hopefully you're one of the people that are actually doing something with it, okay? And if you're not, I feel sorry for you. But that is the charge, and we do $49.95 a month. If there is any questions, I will let you get back to your agent, okay? They will be able to provide some additional understandings to you, okay? I appreciate you all for coming to the presentation. God bless and good night.